Hello, my name is Natasted and today I'm going to show you how to make a 9mm FMJ bullet. So notice I am in a safe environment. I am definitely not smoking because right next to me is probably enough explosives to make the whole room explode, and we do not want to do that, obviously. And as well, it is absolutely your responsibility to check your reloading data. Alright, to make a bullet you basically need 4 elements. You're gonna need a primer, a casing, the actual bullet, and powder. You're also gonna need this awesome machine, or any machine of your choice really, called this, we're using here a Dillon 650. So here you're having the primer tube right here, the powder reservoir right here, the case tube in here, and those are the dies, and you also have the handle on the side, which we will use later. So the first part of making the bullet is to actually put the primer in the primer tube right here. So for this we're going to use this middle circle right here, which is composed of a flat part here and another part here. So usually what you would do is, I only have 2 primers here because our primer tube is already full, but what we do is drop all your primers in here, and as you can see some are gonna be upside down and you want them all to be this way. So you're going to shake this with all your bullets in there, and eventually they all be on this side, and this is when you are going to be able to close this, put it upside down, and get ready to grab all your primers. So to grab the primers and put them in the primer tube, you're going to need this machine right here. So it has two edges, the blue edge with the pen and the edge where you grab the primer with. So it's very easy to do. The only thing you have to do is basically just go over them and they just get grabbed in here and they will not drop. So once you have all your primers in here, you take the primer tube off. In here we have the security alarm that you also take off. And what you would usually do is put this right here on top and take the pin off, which we're not gonna do because I said this tube is already full. But once all your primers are in there, you basically just put back your alarm on and put your primer tube back in there. And this is the first part of making your bullet. So part 2 is going to put your case in a case tube. So this is what your case look like, and this is where your primer goes. So you want to drop your casing this way, and you're just going to put as many as you need. With this machine we actually need at least 5 because it makes 5 bullets at a time. Alright, here we go. So we have all of our case in here. We have our primers in the primer tube. So we're actually ready to make bullets. So what happened here is we already started to get the cases dropping. So the first movement you're gonna want to do with your handle is actually to go down with it, which is going to drop the case here. Then as you pull back up, it's going to move to the next position here, which is where you're going to have the gunpowder going inside the casing as well as the primer under the casing to close it. And so as we already did that here, I'm going to firmly pull forward, and then drop it all the way down, firmly again, put it back up in here. And if you come closer, you would see here that we can see the gunpowder and we have our next bullet ready. So once again, I'm going to pull forward first, firmly again, and then all the way down, firmly once again, and pull it back up. Great, so we have our case right here with the gunpowder. It's been enlarged at the same time as the gunpowder went in. It got the primer in. So it's ready to have the bullet right here and go through the sitting die first, the bullet sitting die first here, and then right after in this one, the creeping die. So here we go, we just put the bullet on top. Right here, preferably straight, it's better, usually, I suppose, right? And then we go down, and back up, and we got our bullet right here. So we go again, down, and our bullet is going to drop in the bullet compartment right here, and it's going to look something like this. So we're ready to actually use our pistol gauge and make sure we made a decent bullet. So once again, just put it on top. Make sure you don't feel any edges here. No edges on the bottom. We don't want a bullet to be too long. And it goes down easy, nicely and smooth. And you're ready to use your bullet.